Hello everybody, how is it going? So today we're playing some Black Yellow Luffy in OP08. Honestly, I would be testing an OP07, but the sim is kind of in the weird spot where like you kind of want to play OP07 because it's coming out pretty soon, but it's only updated for Japan having OP08 and we're still in EB01, so it's all good. Whatever. We end up getting a couple games against this carrot, which deck honestly kind of surprised me. It seems pretty solid. I'm kind of happy. The couple mono green decks they've been making, like Bonnie and now Carrot, seem like good. Yeah, I feel like green was kind of unplayable for quite a bit. Outside of like the film package, but the film package always just kind of felt like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I guess like green purple Dofi is like kind of playable, but I don't know. Interesting to see him even play the Beppo. I assume just because it's a mink and you really just want to get a mink down. Also, just being a 2K, it's not the worst. it's definitely a card. I don't know what you're really looking for in your 4-dom play, but I imagine it's probably not Peppo. But I guess you take what you can get. Our start is it's okay. It's not the best, not the worst. We get a Sabo on curve, which is nice. We haven't really seen any searchers though, but so far we just have the Luffy pair, and we just find the Garp off of that Sabo. So we should be mostly okay. We'll see. We are gonna see one of the new cards, which this card seems kind of really good. Honestly, it's 5/6. It's a carrot. It's on play / when attacking. Arrested characters not become active during your refresh phase. He kind of messes up here and swings 5 into Sabo. That or he just, I don't think there's any other reason, right? Yeah, because Beppo's like when attacking effect, it's like Heart Pirates related, and I highly doubt he's playing any Heart Pirates. So yeah, it was probably just a mistake. He probably should have just went 1 Dawn on leader and just attacked the Sabo. Also, Carrot says if as long as you have a mink, you can tap a 5 cost or less, and yeah. This turn, me being dumb and stupid, I should have probably just played the Garp and then just went for 6 and then played maybe like the Luffy or something. Would have been better because I kind of forgot I was at 3 life and not 2 life. So in a way, well, I mean, even if he just went 6 at Sabo, I wasn't taking a life, right? So yeah, it wouldn't have been a misplay to do that. But yeah, we kind of just slapped down an ace. It's a 7k body, so I mean, like, it's not going to be easy to beat over, but this carrot can just freeze it, and if he has another one, we're feeling kind of sad. Haven't really got to establish much of our engine. We're going to need to work on that a little bit. We'll see. He does go 6 at life. I do take. Finding another Flampe is really good because I have 2 right now, and I also have 2 life. So I can pretty much put myself to 0 whenever I really want to. He is going to tap the baby 5 and pick up an unknown card. Picks up a Dofi. Okay, 10 drop. Then plays out another 5 drop carrot. And yeah, this is looking pretty strong. Just having that loop over and over. Honestly, with this deck, I always get in the mindset of I'm never just gonna attack characters, and I think sometimes I just have to. And I think this game is a good representation of sometimes, yeah, you just have to. But honestly, like, he has 4 engines on board, and like, is it even worth going for any of them at this point? Like, don't I just keep going life? I'm not really sure. I think it's fine if I go life, if I'm able to get properly set up, but right now it doesn't look like it's going to be a little bit until we get properly set up. Just thinking about how I want to play this. I'm going to play the Garp to look for one of the 2 drops. We find the Sabo, but both our Ace and our Sabo are kind of stuck on board, so it's going to get a little awkward. We're going to play the Ivankov, and then stack the Luffy in life, cheat out the Luffy. And we are going to pop something. Pop the Beppo, draw 1. I could have popped like a baby 5, or yeah, that was my only other choice. So I just opt not to. Couldn't really tell you why. I don't know, whatever. We picked up a, what we got there? Another Flampe, yeah. Then we'll just pass. We are a 7k leader, so we're not really in too much danger, but I mean, both our 5 drops aren't becoming untapped for the rest of the game, probably, and he will just tap my Ivankov with the carrot. I'm trying this card just because I see a lot of lists in this format playing it. I don't know how big of a fan I am of it. I feel like it's just a -2, right? Like, it just feels bad. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but yeah, you trash your life and then you also play, like, take a card from your hand to put it in your life. Like, that just sounds bad. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, like, it is a blocker if you really need a blocker sometimes. But, yeah, we are taking our last life just in hopes that we can start playing the game. I mean, if not, we're kind of just dead anyways, right? So we have to try to do something. We pick up a 2-drop ace and the 1-drop searcher. So we're definitely going to have to make some really jank plays this turn, which, I mean, unfortunate, but that's just the spot that we're in. I'm kind of trying to think if we could have played this any better. I do think we're supposed to search with the 1-cost event to just try to find like a Sabo or an ace that we can discard, so we don't have to like play a Flampe and then sack both of our 5-drops with 2-drops. We sadly find a Luffy, which is the 1-2-drop we don't have right now. So yeah, a bit unfortunate. So we are gonna have to do the play that I mentioned before, which just feels terrible. But I mean, we maybe live one more turn. That's the goal. We're gonna leader effect, discard a Moria, because I'm not gonna need 2 this game. I probably won't even need 1. I might die before I even get to play 1, so we'll see. We'll cheat out the ace and then the Sabo, get to draw 2, pick up a searcher and one of the Luffy's, and we'll just attack for 8. And then yeah, the Dofi here is also unfortunate because we don't get any value off of being just huge. So yeah. I don't know, this game just has been pretty brutal. We get to see one of the newer cards, the new Inarashi. Yeah, I thought it was Inarashi. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. But 5-drop 6k, I believe it freezes 2 6-cost or less characters for the next turn, which is a very strong card, pretty easy to set up with, Carrot's leader effect. By the way, he will just immediately tap my Sabo and then go 10 down on Dofi. Yeah, I was just kind of waiting to see if he'd do that or not. That game was definitely looking pretty doomed. Maybe I should have tried to respect his board a little bit more and try to clear the carrots, but I don't know. Felt like I was already 2 behind, and if I tried swinging a board, I was never winning that fight. And then I'd give him more time to play more top end, so I don't know. That's where my mentality was there, but that game was looking pretty doomed from the start. But moving on, I'm gonna keep going first. I don't even know if I like going first or not. Like, I get a 5-drop on curve, which is cool, but I don't know. I feel like it might be better just to go second to see an extra card, and also messing up their curve with like the 10 drops. It seems like they have a decent amount of even cards. Honestly, the 10 drop just being the main one. Like 5 drops, I feel like it's almost fine if they're going second, because that means your opponent has probably played at least a 4 or 5 drop on their turn 3. Then you're able to respond with the carrot, which seems pretty good. But we do start with the Garp. We pick up an ace. Honestly, our hand is mostly set up outside of a 2-drop Sabo. Other than that, we have, I think, all of our targets in hand, which means that, yeah, we're pretty much just like set up after we play the Sabo, which will probably just be next turn, unless we want to play like a Luffy and take some life, which is never a bad idea. I feel like Luffy is one of the few ways where you're not exhausting one of your 2Ks to take one of your lives. So that is nice. Also does immediately put something in trash, so could potentially help you out if it's like another 5-drop. Or one of the 2-drops if you're trying to set up like a Gecko. But, Gecko kind of gets set up just through the 1 turn before you play him usually. I don't know. But he's going to tap my Garp and then trade the Wanda into the Garp. But I feel like it's so rare that green has a searcher that's not like play and then, pay 1 to tap. And Wanda is just like a Nami basically, which, tap 1, look at top 5. I think the closest to that, I'm pretty sure the Fishman archetype has one as well. I think it's Kami. So the more recent green archetypes, or I guess this is more of a refresh than anything. Well, not necessarily. There's just some cards that are minks. I feel like there's never really an archetype to them. So yeah, them getting just a Nami is always good. We top deck a 2-drop ace. Yeah, I mean, I'm good. Like, I'm chilling. I have what I need, honestly. We're gonna play the Luffy just because we're going to hope that he starts attacking me. If he doesn't, that's fine. We will be able to put ourselves at 2 life next turn, so that is good. Also, Luffy is very hard to attack into if he's 8k, so he might get frozen, but we're probably not losing it, so which means we can take another life if we want to. And he does play down the 5-drop carrot, so he is frozen, and will probably stay like that until I bother caring about the carrot. We'll see. Maybe I will actually swing at it this game. Who knows? Debating just what I want to do here. I can always just take this life with Luffy and then play like an ace. So at least ace is kind of getting his value on play, which should be good. Looks like that is what we're going to do. We trash a flampe. A bit unfortunate, but I mean, it's fine. You know? Yeah, we are going to play the ace and then go 7. So yeah, that turn felt pretty productive. He does have 1 active, and I don't know if this deck plays any events. I don't think so, honestly. Like, unless there's a new one that's 1 cost, like, are you really going to be playing Paradise Waterfall? He is playing the 0 cost event, but I mean, I don't know. That event's just a 2k and makes one of your non-counter cards a 1k. That's always how I see that card. But yep, he's going to attack for 6 into my ace, so just not wanting to give me cards. And then freezing the ace, interesting. He doesn't go for the Luffy. Just I don't know what just happened there. My bad. Okay, so he has the Inarashi. I swear it's Inarasha. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. But yep, freezes my Luffy as well. So it doesn't even really need to use the carrot this turn if he wanted to just leave it active, so I couldn't attack it if I wanted to. Is a play, and he is playing if I remember correctly, that's the 3-drop from I don't know what set that prevents his characters from being KO'd as long as he is tapped out. I believe that's how it works. So we very conveniently top deck a Makino, so we are able to take both of our last lives, which is very good for us. What do we have in trash? I know I just looked, but I wasn't looking when I clicked on it. That's my bad. I assume whatever we're missing, we can just fill out. I think we end up just doing double ace this turn, if I remember. I'm not too sure. We're going to play down the ace, and then the Luffy. Oh, I guess our trash was not as full as expected, so we're just playing out a bunch of the 2-drops to get stuff in trash. Oh, we had nothing in trash. Yeah, because we never played the Sabo. So yeah, we do manage to set that up though, and like floating a Luffy isn't the worst feeling ever. So yeah, also like if it gets cleared, it gets cleared, but it's not the worst for me. I won't lie. We have like no counter in hand. We have like no 2Ks. So us surviving is kind of just hoping for the best, that our opponent respects us and doesn't just randomly try to all in. So we swing 7 at life, he counters, so at this point I'm just going to swing 7 at the carrot, try to grab another 2K, and if I have to, I might just, dedicate my leader swing to the carrot, but I'm hoping he'll just let it go, because he's already like only 5 cards in hand. He'll go down to 4, which like isn't the worst, but okay, he lets it go. Cool. So then we'll go 11 at life, he will take, and we will pass. So yeah, we're definitely it's definitely a risky play, but I mean I feel like it was our only play, right? Like we have what, 5 1Ks, so we can get up to 14. See, if he just went 10 down on leader, I am just dead. But I just again was assuming that people will respect you being a 9K leader and I have 6 cards in hand, so like it's pretty likely that one of those are 2Ks, right? Because I think there's only 2 in my graveyard. Well, actually one's on my board because there's a flampe I trashed earlier from the Luffy and the Makino I just played. So it's pretty likely I have at least 1 2K. Obviously we know I don't, but just thinking about it, you probably don't want to just all in this turn for fun and see what happens. Also, we get hit with the 3-drop, 10-drop Dofi, you know what I'm saying? The Electrical Luna, which basically just freezes 3 of my characters. Yeah, very good. I feel like this whole deck, just all the new cards just have some sort of way of freezing stuff, which is very strong. It's almost like removal, but like it clogs your board. It's kind of interesting. Obviously, I feel like the deck I'm playing doesn't really care about it because a lot of the time I'll just sack off the characters on board to play something else. So there is that. We're once again just going to double ace. I figured if I got away with it once, why not just keep doing it? Yeah, that's the mentality. We'll go 7. We'll go 7 again. And this might just be game. Like, we are an 11k leader. And he has 2 active, but it could just be nothing. And I think, yeah, it just ends up being nothing. He has a 1k left after a bunch of top end. And we do go for the game 3, the all-important game 3. Someone from the Yu-Gi-Oh community started that. I don't know. I think it's MVT. If you guys play Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever, follow the Yu-Gi-Oh community. I like that guy. MVT is cool. Also, our opponent being very nice, saying very well played. I do respond, I hope. I think I was thinking what to say. Like, do I, yeah, whatever. Yep. So we are first once again. So yeah, we probably should have tried going second on one of the games that we were able to choose, but whatever. Who cares? We're just stuck going first. We have all the 2 drops and none of the 5 drops. We do have a flampe though, which I do think is reasonable to play either this turn or next turn. Kind of whatever. Just to see a couple more cards. Now that I see the 5-drop ace, I'm definitely going to play this flampe. And we find another one plus a Hiyori. So we're just going to go 7. Didn't find a Garp or the search event. So we'll just pass it back. My opponent on 4 Dawn. We'll see if this deck has a play that's like they want for 4 Dawn. That's not Beppo. Alright, ends up getting the Dog Storm down. So as long as they tap out, I can't KO stuff. My only means of KOing though is just a 5-drop Luffy. So I mean, it's pretty rare that I'll actually do that. We're just gonna go 5 with leader, play down the ace, go 7 with ace. Feels good. Ace will probably be frozen next turn, and it'll be sad times. But again, at least he got his value. It is like a little bit annoying that your opponent isn't really swinging into your characters in this deck, because you know, like, the early 5 drops I play, I kind of want them to like die and go to trash, so I can just bring them back. So yeah, it definitely can be a little bit annoying. Both the flampe and the ace get frozen by the Inuyasha. Expected. Fair enough. Goes 5 with the Dog Storm. That's the same name, but but one's in Japanese and one's just in English. It's kind of funny. Whatever. We trigger out a 3 Brothers Bond. Very good. I'm fine with going to 0 if he wants me to. We should be set up. No, we're not set up at all. So this turn we probably want to get down this Sabo. That sounds reasonable. We can also use a search event after. We'll trash a ace and a Luffy. Okay, now we're set up. And we're just going to pick up another Sabo off that event. Alright. we're pretty safe. You know, like he can tap this Sabo and I can get a little bit dicey, but like not really. We're fine. We can spare a little bit of counter if we have to. Might suck a little bit, but it's alright. So, yep. Our opponent immediately tapping down the Sabo. The effect is so strong, honestly. It's like Perona, but like kind of better, right? I say kind of better because you need a Mink on board, so it does kind of limit you to that, but it still is a very strong effect. Looks like he's just gonna poke me here because, you know, if I take any of these small hits, he can just all in, and like he's pretty safe from anything happening to him with 2 life and what, like 8 cards in hand. So if I do just greedily take a 5 or a 6k, he can just swing 12 and just make me deal with it, and then I'm in a very bad spot. So yeah, I think he's just trying to figure out how he wants to play this turn. I had to reread that card. Yeah, I think poking is fine because it drags cards out of my hand. Like, I need to drop 3 cards here, or I could take the last one. So like, you're kind of ripping 2 cards at most. I guess I can be a little bit scared of the Hody, but it's not as scary as countering out of a 12k. Can't really swing at any of my characters with no Dawn. Inuyasha can swing at Sabo, but he's gonna go 6, and yep, I'm gonna drop a 2k. And even if he like leaves me at 1 here, that's fine because we have the flampe. So feeling pretty comfortable, feeling pretty good, no complaints. I also could, if I kept the 5-drop in hand, I could like Hiyori, put that in life, cheat it out, and then leader effect, cheat 1 more out, and then I still have 1 in life, which I see a lot of people doing, which does seem good. I don't know, it seems just a little bit awkward, and I'm spending a 2k to do it, and I hate using my 2ks unless it's flampe because you go plus off flampe. But yeah, we're just gonna put myself to 0, swing 4-7 with the ace. We might swing with the Sabo this turn, honestly. We could leave 2 Sabos up, because that's the only way we have like a actual blocker. That's, you know, because if not, I'll just tap it. So, still have 8 Dawn to work with. I think I'm just trying to figure out what I want to spend on attacking. I do have like basically two free Dawn to spend on attacking here if I want to with like the Sabo, because we need 6 Dawn for, you know, leader effect plus 2 2-drops. So I think we're just gonna start off with leader effect, and I'll figure that out from there. I do discard a Gecko because, again, this is looking like one of those games where I'm not gonna really need to grind it out with the 8 drops. The game should be over pretty soon. We stack Ace and Sabo. We're gonna go 1 on Ace and attack for 8. I imagine this will probably go through, honestly. Like 8k. Okay, no, he drops 2 2ks. Alright, cool. So, yeah, the game is definitely coming to an end pretty soon. We're gonna cheat out the Sabo, get rid of a 5-drop Luffy and a 2-drop Luffy. I do have 1 extra Dawn, and right here I'm like, do I want to just swing with the Sabo, or do I just want to go really big on leader? I had to count the counter in my hand. So I have 2 2ks and 3 1ks, so I have, what, 7k worth of counter, which means I think I do die to an all-in with the 6k Inarasha, so I leave both Sabos up just to be completely safe, because I think that's worth doing. It could get like a little bit sketch with like Hody, but also like not really. Like Hody this turn is not scary at all. It can get a bit more scary if he has like multiple 10 drops on the board, so there is that. And I imagine a 10 drop will come down now, puts him in a decently safe spot, right? It's gonna go 6k at the Sabo, and I'm just gonna let it go, because when you're a 9k leader, defending 6ks is just minus. Why do that? You kind of just want to force him to swing at your leader, or at least like Ace. I don't know. But yep, he's gonna play down the 10 drop, then freeze 2 of my aces and my leader, which is pretty strong. But we're just gonna play another 8 drop and get on with our business. Game should be just kind of over next turn, or my next turn, unless he finds a way to lethal, which is scary. I should end this turn with 2 5-drop Sabos on the board, so he can tap one of them, but he still needs an answer to the other one. So yeah, we'll see. We're gonna play 8 drop, bring back a 2-drop Sabo and a 2-drop Ace. Then we're gonna go 2 Dawn on leader, use effect, get rid of a 2-drop Sabo, do the thing, Ace first, then Sabo, and we'll pick up just some more 5 drops. We'll just get rid of them, you know, whatever. We're just trying to keep as much counter as we can, and we get one huge 7k swing here, which we'll probably just take, yeah, because if not, you're just working with 1 less card on your lethal turn, and why do that, you know? But we'll pass it back. We're in a very safe spot, honestly. 2 blockers, 2 very annoying to deal with blockers. He's gonna tap 7. That is an answer to 2 blockers, but we should still just have enough counter to get out of this. He can go, what, 3 Dawn on Dofi. That's 13. Oh, he can untap one with the, what's her name? Milky? Word, that's a funny name. So yeah, he's gonna go 13 at my leader. That is, that's fine. We'll drop 2 2ks and a 1k. If he went, 14, I'd need to drop 1 more card. But then we still live either way. So yeah, it opts to go 9 with Hody, but it really just ends up being the same thing. And we do end up taking it. First game was definitely pretty rough, but I think my opponent played it pretty well. I felt like I was pretty behind for most of that game, but managed to win the other 2. Very cool. Carrot seems like a cool deck, like a fun deck. I do think she's definitely strong, I think. I don't know what her matchups would look like, but yeah. Interesting, he's also playing the 5-drop Bonnie. Is it just me, or I feel like the 5-drop Bonnie is just like worse than 5-drop Carrot? Yeah, I don't know. Unless, I don't remember the wording of Bonnie, but if she says can attack versus like doesn't untap, it is different, so yeah, not too sure. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll throw up the Luffy deck list if you guys want it. It's nothing crazy, it's kind of just the standard list. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.